Aloha and Shaka Zulu. Mark Major here. This is the Action Figuratorium right behind me there. And today I am doing another episode of Catch and Release. Some of you may know by now that I am a real big collector of toys. That is the catch part, but part of being a collector is also cleaning out and getting rid of stuff. That is the release part. And so once a month, I like to put about 10 things on eBay from my toy collection and see if I can't get them to someone else's hands for them to enjoy. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So stick around. Okay, 3 things before we begin this episode. The first thing, as always, in case you're trying to find my auctions, I have the username on eBay as Coolbots with a Z. Don't really know why I did that, but I did that. Seeing as how I could have gotten it with an S, chose not to. Z seems cool at the time. So, look for that. Second thing is that if you watch the show and you end up being one of the people who buy one of the auctions, you let me know on eBay in the details that you're a fan of the show, and I will include for you a very special tchotchke. That's right. And the third thing is that these buy now auctions are Dutch auctions, meaning with time I will reduce the money that I'm asking. If it's 20, a week goes by, maybe it's 19, another week goes by, it's 18, keeps dropping until eventually you own it. So let's get started, shall we? We are gonna dive right in to action figures. Okay, this is going up for sale. These are 3 Star Wars Vintage Collection figures. That is, they are the 3.75 guys, but they're not supposed to look like the old original guys that look like they were made by inmates sculpted out of soap. These are supposed to have a kind of modern, cool sculpt, articulation, and deco to them, but still be the same size. These are from the movie Rogue One. Does anybody remember Rogue One? Not sure, somebody maybe? Well, anyways, these are 3 of the characters, actually 2 of the characters and a stormtrooper from Rogue One, and we're going to do this for buy it now, $15. That's free shipping. That's $5 a figure. Okay, $5 if you want to start your Rogue Squadron collection. Do it now. All right, let's move on to the next dog that we're going to be selling. Yes, more Star Wars action figures. These are Force Awakens figures, and these are 3.75. There's also a 5-inch guy. They're either Force Awakens stormtroopers or they're the jump jet soldiers. And recently, although it's not in the photo, I did find a backpack, a jetpack that actually fits onto the back of one of them. It was just kind of loose in a pile of stuff. We're going to throw that in as well. I think everybody should have something like that. Okay, moving along. Does anybody remember Star Wars droids from the prequels? No? I don't. Here they are, though, battle droids. On the left, that is a battle droid from Kashyyyk. Yes, it is missing the head. This is going to be for parts and fodder. In the middle is a super battle droid. He seems complete. And on the right there is a droid destroyer or droideka or whatever they're called, something like that. It's also missing its headpiece. I know these are parts and fodder, but $15, that's $5 each. The reality of the matter is that I have a 4th super battle droid with some kind of a weird drill arm, and I think I'm going to take a photo of him and throw him in here, bumping it up to 4, but keeping the price, juicing it as it were, because I think people deserve that. I think people deserve to get something for their money. Okay, let's move on. Everybody loves clone troopers except me. So here are 10 clone troopers, all different, for sale. 3 of them have removable helmets, and a couple are missing hands simply because the hands fell off and they're gone now. In addition to the 10 clone troopers, there is also one ATRT driver. That's the guy in brown with the green chest plate up front. So it's 11 of these guys, and I'm doing them for 90 bucks. That means that they're under $10 each. And if you're looking to jumpstart your collection of clone troopers in the 3.75 scale, this is your dog. Let's continue, shall we? Because we're having a great time with Star Wars action figures, and this is no different. We're going to have a fantastic time. Look at this. This is Galactic Heroes. These are Hasbro Imaginext little 2-inch guys. You can see there's 2 stormtroopers, there's a scout trooper, there's a snow trooper, there's a Force Awakens jump jet trooper. There's also a Death Trooper, or the Stormtrooper that's all black. There's a Vader in there. There's a Gamorrean Guard, and there's a Han Solo. I think we're going to do this whole group of dudes, $30, no question asked. You get it, you keep it, you don't say anything. Okay, we're going to move on. We're on to our 6th item here. Does anybody remember action figures from the game Resident Evil? If you do, you probably know that they're kind of difficult to get, and they're kind of expensive, especially if you just want one particular guy. So this is an entire lot of these. You can see there's a spider, there's a crawling guy, there's 3 zombies, there's 2 good guy sort of fighters, the girl with the beret, and then there's the Lara Croft ripoff. And then there's some weirdo big dudes in the back. Now, one of them is missing the head, and his arm is broken off. These are a thrift store rescue. These were at a thrift store. I bought them. I originally wanted to kind of keep the Lara Croft figure and customize it to give her the proper sort of colored outfit. But I think I'm just going to move this whole package down the line. Even though it'd be cool to have a few zombie figures in my collection, I think I'm just going to make this a super sale for $99 and move on. And if you look and see how much the spiders are going for, this is not a bad deal. Okay, moving along. There's a company that's been around for a long time, toy company called Marx, M-A-R-X. They used to do these 12-inch figures that were like a Geronimo, Colonel Mustard. They also did like some knights where you actually got the guy and you had a whole knight kit of armor and weapons and stuff you put on them. This is something that they came out with, believe it or not, in the 50s. It's a little tin car called the Old Jalopy. The 50s and early 60s were all about an homage to the 30s. So this is a car, toy car of the 30s made to look, toy car of the 50s made to look like a car of the 30s. This is pretty rare as far as these go. This one does have a broken wheel, and I'm showing it in the photo there. But if you collect old Marx stuff, this tin cars, you're going to want to get on this. I think I'm going to do it as an auction, and I think I'm going to start it at like 20 bucks, and we're just going to see where it goes. Honestly, I think it's going to go for about 30 bucks because of the broken wheel, but could go for more. And if you buy it, you let me know, and tchotchke coming your way. You'd be surprised. All right, we're going to move on to more cars from a long time ago. Now, these are made by 2 different companies. I forget the exact name of the companies, but they're both made in America. They're both plastic, and they're both recreations of 1930s Ford coupes. The bigger one is kind of a 1/24th scale-ish size. I didn't really measure it, and the other guy is obviously much, much smaller, a little bit bigger than Matchbox Hot Wheels size, but not by much. Anyways, these 2 guys are a thrift store rescue. I saw them. I saw they were made in the United States. I picked them up, looked them up. They go for 10, 15 bucks. I'm going to do both of them $20, and you just have a good time with them. All right, we're going to move on to our last 2 items. Here we go. This Monster High, this is a Claudine, that is the werewolf. girl from the Monster High series, and this is an 18-inch doll. It's really kind of an action figure with hair. So some people claim if it's got hair, it's a doll. For me, I claim it's an action figure if it has articulated limbs, and not just some that move, but they have to bend at the joints, at the elbows, at the knees, things like that. And the Monster High dolls do. I think they're action figures, personally. That's how I call it. So Claudine, we're going to start this as an auction, 20 bucks. Something tells me it's going to go for about 20 bucks. And then, of course, the last thing is also another one of these Monster High figures, but this is merely the, I think these are 8-inch is what these clock in, the normal size. This is a 2008. This is one of the very first ones. This is the Egyptian one, the Cleo Denial. I don't know if she's in denial or what, but this is not a cool, not a bad fashion doll. If you're into doing repaints of Monster High dolls, everybody seems to be scooping these up because they are so much fun to customize. And we're gonna do this guy. I think we're gonna go buy it now, 20 bucks. First person to get there gets it. So that is the 10 items going up on the Shebays, some Monster High stuff. There's some collectible made in USA cars, and there are a lot of Star Wars figures, specifically Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers. Can't get enough of them. So I look forward to everybody complaining in the comments and how you missed out on some of these auctions when they go before you could get there. Anyways, catch you guys on the next one.